I would like to take this moment to acknowledge how difficult it would be to speak your truth the way you just have, and challenge them to imagine a situation where they could be that honest about their upbringing. What you said was not easy.
No.
Never mind
Yeah.
how you delivered it. Okay, what you said was the truth, and that's a hard thing to deliver. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, okay. Hey everyone, welcome to Real Talk episode 8. We're on right now. I'm here with Terrel, Crawford. The topic for today is network marketing. Pretty controversial topic. In fact, more specifically, it's going to be how to survive in network marketing, which for most of you guys will probably be the most difficult thing you ever do if you go down that path. Before we get going, I'll give you a little intro on the guy. Terrel would tell you he was an awkward kid. Not only that, he had epilepsy, dyslexia, and ADHD. Barely graduated high school, not just to pound on you here. Dropped out of college, had no idea what to do next, the timeless dilemma. Unfortunately, Terrel did not have the best relationship with his father. It's kind of a sensitive topic, like I mentioned, but who beat him for not being able to read and mocked him for calling him retarded. Somewhere along the way, Terrel got a good job and has been working his ass off ever since. He hopes to one day start a business and achieve financial freedom, and has started this path through network marketing, which happens to be our topic for today. How to survive network marketing. Terrel, although often underestimated, seems to me to be destined to be successful. I trust my instincts, and my conversations with him have led me to this conclusion. Welcome, Terrel.
Well, thank you. I'm so humbled. I'm humbled to be here, honestly.
Yeah. Cool. So first, if you could tell me a little bit about high school experience for you, because I don't think that we were really talking like this.
No, you and I went to the same high school, but we did not know each other. I mean, funniest thing was that you gave me the whole tour of Glenview, and then like a week following after, you're like, so how do you like Glenview?
Yeah.
Straight to my face.
Yeah.
And you don't remember me. Breaks my heart.
I was just a co-prime, just being a politician. I don't know what the hell I was doing back then.
I know. Just a co-prime. But in high school, it was pretty much just like an awkward transition from, grade 7, 8, all the way to high school. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this, right? I was so intimidated. And then in high school, I didn't really have any friends. I was friends with the weird guys, right? You know the one guys that ran around like Naruto. You know those guys. That was me, right? And I was always like, I was with the, we had the Fast Forward program. I was in that program. But basically what the Fast Forward program is, for anyone who doesn't know, it's if you have a learning disability, you go into it. And then it's supposed to be tailored to your specific needs. My personal opinion, it's not a good one about it. I was so excited to leave that, but I made a lot of good connections with people throughout that. It helped build skills with the small classes and everything like that, oriented to me. But as soon as I got out of that, I was like ecstatic, So I switched schools in about grade 11 because, grade 9 to 10, I was like kind of sick of Glenview, right? And then at grade 11, I was like, okay, I want to change. I want to actually, be with the smart kids. That's how I felt it was, right? The academics, what is it? Applied?
It was applied.
Applied and academic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wanted to be one of those kids, right? I didn't want to be the stupid kid, the retarded kid in the Fast Forward program anymore. So as soon as I switched schools, I kind of threw that off my shoulders. I was no longer the awkward kid. Started working out, got into my chubby phase. And then, it wasn't really working out for me. It was working out for the girls, I guess, and so that was my inspiration. And then once I got a girlfriend, it was all history from there. It's not a whole lot happened in high school. Like I actually, now to think of it, because I always try and push it in the back of my mind, I got arrested. Okay. When I was 16. Okay. I was going through a bad phase of my life. I was following some bad people, and I was a follower, right? Because I didn't have any friends. So I was like, he's cool. He's smoking weed. He's breaking into schools. He's doing all this stuff. That's cool. I want to be cool. So I followed these guys one night, and we broke into a school, in Cambridge, and all of a sudden, police showed up. And it completely changed me. I was smoking weed. I was skipping school. I was doing bad things. I got overweight. I was 240 pounds, right? But I was like 5'8" at the time. I'm 6'2" now, but I was about 5'8" at the time,
so
right?
You were like, whatever the math is, 6-7 inches shorter
Yeah.
80 pounds heavier.
80 pounds heavier, pretty
50
much.
pounds heavier, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, about 50 pounds heavier, you know, and it was a total different Terrel than you see now.
Yeah.
Right, and it was crazy, right? Because when my mom had to pick me up from the police station, was like the craziest and most terrifying moment of my life. You know, it made me snap. It made me realize that I don't want to go down this path, and that I need to change, and that, you know, I don't want to be like those cool guys, you know, because they're not actually doing anything with their lives. I saw it. You know, I broke it down in my mind, and I saw it. I'm like, they're actually going nowhere.
So I'll jump in here, a couple things. One, for anybody who would, in their mind, hate on anything you just said, I would like to take this moment to acknowledge how difficult it would be to speak your truth the way you just have, and challenge them to imagine a situation where they could be that honest about their upbringing. What you said was not easy.
No.
Never mind
Yeah.
how you delivered it. Okay, what you said was the truth, and that's a hard thing to deliver. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, some advice on top of it. There are people that you spent a lot of time with when you were in high school that maybe you don't see yourself being so similar as anymore. But if you find a way to elevate your life and to go big, don't feel so different from them, because if you do it right, you'll go back and you'll save them. Okay, so try to never speak bad about it, because maybe the reason why you were there were because of circumstance, you know, upbringing, and it could be the same thing for them, you know, and maybe they haven't been given the opportunity yet to jump out, and you could be the one to do it,
To change them.
right? So like that to me is a super worthwhile mission to go after, to not see it as let me get away, which is true. Yes, get away to build yourself,
Yes.
but with the intent of saving everybody who has been in your life on the way. That would be the ultimate thing, you know. And I think that that would just be a noble thing to set your attention towards.
It's crazy that you actually say that, because, you know, I don't really tell anybody, but, you know, in a nutshell, that is my goal. You know, my goal is to actually, the guys that have changed my life drastically, I thank them. You know, I thank them that I broke into that school. A lot of people look at it like, oh, it's just high school. To me, I'm 20 years old. That's still recent to me. You know, 16 to 20, that's still recent. That's still, you know, if I went down that road, I would be a totally different person. And, you know, I thank them for them. And so I want to, you know, I want to take care of them. Like you say, I see these people as broken people, you know, and when I can take care of myself.
We all are, though.
We all are.
Yeah.
We honestly all are, right? But, you know, once I've taken care of myself, I want to take care of them, you know, and change them, you know, maybe not change them for me, but change them for them, because I know that their lifestyle is just never going to help them. You know, it's just who they are. It's not to say that they may not be happy with it, with the way that they live, you know, the lifestyle they live, you know, maybe selling drugs, you know, not getting a job, doing that sort of stuff. But to me, that's not the right lifestyle, and they deserve a better one, and I want to give it to them. You know, and that's why I do the things that I do, and that's why I want to be financially free, and, you know, all my goals and ambitions come together.
Perfect. Okay, so let's try to, at the risk of running out of time, let's pivot to network marketing.
Oh,
Okay.
I love this.
So why don't we, quickly in a nutshell, tell me your first 6 months. See if you can do that in 60 seconds.
Actually, though, it hasn't even been 6 months.
Okay.
But my first 6 months have been a roller coaster. You know, it's just been nothing but learning, and getting slammed. You know, I learn and I get slammed. I learn and I get slammed, and I learn and I get slammed. And a lot of people,
slammed how, specifically?
Slammed by...
And I'll see if I can give the value to correct it, and if I
Okay.
can't, then I'll honestly say I haven't figured that one out yet.
That's awesome.
For people listening, 3 years in, I think that I would be able to save you a tremendous amount of time, help you, I guess, avoid roadblocks that would otherwise destroy people, because although we're distributing different products, mine's financial planning, you know, insurance and investments, yours is slightly different, but I do think that the model is so similar that our objections will probably be the same, you know, for some extent. So anyway, so go ahead and tell me some of the things that have
it is the same,
stopped you.
helping people, you know. But honestly, what I mean by getting slammed is just like, you know, I go to meetings. You've been there. You go to meetings. You're all ready. You're on time. You know, you set your time in a day for these people because you want to better their life, right? You know, you see them as the main priority, and they don't show up. They don't text you. They don't reply. They ignore your emails. They ignore your texts. You know, and you know, you would think it comes down to the presentation, which it does. It definitely comes down to the presentation and the way that you're presenting the opportunity, at least my opportunity personally, to these people. And you see, I've tinkered it so much that I wouldn't say it's perfect, because if I said it's perfect, I'm done learning. you know, and I'll never say anything's perfect, right? And I've only been in it for a fraction of a time, but, you know, a lot of these people, it's like they go home, they think about it, and then they're done, you know? So what I mean by getting slammed is just like person after person after person.
What, recruit?
Yes. You know, I don't like to call it a recruit, you know?
Well, I know.
But like, you know,
we are in theory speaking to other people doing network marketing. So
a prospect, yeah.
So the code
is recruit.
Yeah, so the code, we don't need to do the jargon because we know that we change the words around when we're in the market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like we're speaking to people who are on our side of the fence. So let's try to remove the code. So yeah, it'll be recruits, it'll be prospecting, right? And that way it's like straight to them. I do know what you're doing. Like for example, business partners, right? Instead of recruits.
I call them family.
Sure. There's a million things for it, and all of it is a way to remove that firewall response from recruit, and there's a million ways to do it, and that's fine, and they're going to experience it. Anybody who starts in network marketing is going to say the wrong word a million times before it gets beat out of them, and either they quit or they find the way to speak about the business properly. Because language is a massive obstacle to overcome when you're trying to recruit people and when you're trying to sell things, but specifically recruiting people, because they don't want to feel like, oh, this is sketch, boom, it's a pyramid scheme, boom, you make all the money, I don't. Next, I don't think I'm uniquely qualified for that. Maybe it's just you, or how long does it take to make money? I don't want to work for somebody else. I can't sell that product. No one's going to see me as credible. I work at McDonald's. How the hell am I going to sell this now? Like, there's so many objections, and language can really help you overcome all of that sort of stuff.
Yes.
So, what are your strategies for prospecting right now?
I guess I would say social media, and then word of mouth.
Okay, social media
how? Social media is in like just, you know, I'm still tinkering with it.
Yeah.
You know, trying to just kind of present who I am and my goals, you know, and see if people either aspire to achieve something that I'm achieving or want to join me on my journey, you know. And if, you know, I get messages, you know, maybe a message a day, maybe a message every few days, you know, and it's just not as quick as I want it to be. And you know, so word of mouth is definitely my best go-to.
Okay. Yeah, word of mouth for sure is the staple. You know, if you do good work, people will hear about your good work. And then in means of doing it through like social media and different realms, I mean, I've screwed that up in so many goddamn ways you have no idea. Like,
really?
So many. I've exhausted an entire Facebook list, and like 2.5 years ago,
Been there.
Facebook Messenger just boom, every single message.
Yeah.
I try to reword things and then see how it delivered, and eventually you run out of names and you destroy your whole warm market. So
and
you feel like an
no
idiot.
one likes you.
Yeah, and it's like people don't want to get the message from you, and most people quit at that point, and then you're just left with a bunch of burnt bridges and no business, which sucks. Right?
Yep.
If you can survive it, eventually it's fine. Like I think right now, a lot of people would be thinking, "Oh yeah, I got a message from Adam 2 years ago. It was the sketchiest thing ever." But I'm still here, and they would reconsider now.
Yeah.
For sure, only because I survived. Because they kind of just want to see if you're legit. Like they want to see if you're going to make it out of the 1,000 people that failed.
Yes.
And if you make it out of that, then they'll run with you.
Yep.
Right. So that's the tough part for anybody starting out. We crushed that first list. Most people are going to say, "Hey, you know, you're fucking weird. I'm not going to do that with you right now. That's kind of weird. You got scammed. Oh, they got you. They're not getting me," kind of thing. But if you survive that, it's fine. So I've done the Facebook list. I've tried to exhaust my family members' entire workplace markets. You know, like I would go through wherever they're working, all the referrals I possibly could, through my friends' markets, through my past workplaces, and the greatest experience there was learning how not to do it in every possible way. And normally it's, "Hey, I have something for you. It's free, just take it." They're like, "Well, what's the catch?" And normally if I just build a relationship with people first, give them a tremendous amount of value, then I can guilt them into listening about what I'm up to. And then I can give it, because like, for example, if I ask somebody, about themselves eventually, I think I told you this before as we were walking, if they talk about themselves for 5 minutes, I essentially have bought myself 30 seconds to speak about what I'm doing uninterrupted, and that's took me 3 years to find that out.
Unless they're an asshole and they want to interrupt.
Well, then I let them run out of things to say. Then maybe it's 10 minutes before it's my 30 seconds.
That's smart, yeah.
And I have 2 hours I booked in my calendar. So unless you're gonna talk for 2 hours, and by the way, if you can talk about yourself consistently, straight, without any hesitation for 2 hours, then maybe I should be working for you.
Wow.
Maybe you're that good.
Yeah, maybe you're that sick.
Maybe you're that sick. I should just be working for you.
Wow.
So, anyways, so yeah, I've tried those strategies. I've tried Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I've called people directly. I've done door-to-door sales, or door-to-door. I won't call it sales
Yeah,
because
like-
nothing was sold,
Yeah.
but door-to-door.
That's sick, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would think the thing that worked for me most effectively was, it wasn't necessarily the prospecting strategy that was the error. It was that I got few clients, but didn't know how to have clients walking away with great experience. And once I found a way to get clients to walk away with great experience, referral really exploded, and that kind of kept me business. And then the other thing was the brand on the side. You know, I do think that the biggest problem people have is obscurity. People don't know who they are, and if they knew who they were, then they would have more credibility right from the first message. So anything you can do to help yourself build credibility is something worthwhile, whether that's building that personal brand, whether that's showing up at local events, you know, whether that's just providing free services, you know, maybe it's just engaging on social media, like, hey, sweet pic, or hey, whatever, you know, just find a way to be top of mind, you know, and try to do it with as little overhead as possible. Don't spend a bunch of money on advertising. Don't spend a bunch of money on like trying to get, you know, billboard or newspaper. Like, I mean, mail is pretty cheap, but there's a million ways to think that money's the answer. It's normally not. It's normally that you're just a pussy. You don't want to talk to people. Instead, to go talk to a lot of people. So that would be some advice I have for you up front. But I do think that in your first couple months, your greatest accomplishment would be to survive your first year. And then after 1 year, then, you know, you're at least in the game. Right? Because it's like first year university. Pretty much everybody just gets crushed in first year. A lot of them don't survive. The second year is like, okay, I'm kind of serious. Get to your second year, and I think, you know, you'll be good.
That's sick advice.
Yeah, just survive, you know, learn, and don't follow people that aren't making money.
No. Yeah.
Right? Like, respect yourself enough to find good leadership and just listen to them. Because I've made the mistake of following leadership that wasn't the best leadership I had accessible to me out of loyalty. And loyalty can screw you over.
Trust me, I know.
Okay.
I know.
We're speaking the same language now, right?
Yeah, no.
So anyways, go ahead. I've been speaking for a while.
No, it's cool. I love the nuggets that you give me. You know, that's why I was so excited to come here today, is because, you know, you're one of the people that people would be lucky to surround themselves with. You know, it's true because you have so much knowledge. You know, you have so much to benefit, so much to offer. You know, from what I've gathered from you, you know, you're honestly a humble and a great dude.
I don't think I'm humble at all.
You don't think you're humble?
No, I think I'm so good at seeming humble that you'll think I'm humble.
Okay.
But I'm not at all.
That's sick. I'm not humble. Okay.
No, I'm not. Honestly,
okay.
I'm not.
Yeah,
No.
people never see themselves for who they are. I mean, people know who they are, but they never see themselves.
I know I'm not humble, but I'm just go ahead.
Yeah. But like, it's how I see you, right?
Okay, fair enough.
Know? But like, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying. You know, like, I've burned those bridges with these people on social media, you know, and it's so true. The people that I've met and I've had confrontations with, if I could go back with the experience that I have now and the person that I am now, I would crush it. You know, I feel like I would crush it. You know, and every day is a learning experience. Like you're you know, emulating that every day. You know, you're gonna get better and better. And I'm actually hyped. You know, after you saying that in a year from now,
Oh, you're gonna be an assassin.
it's gonna take over.
Brett and I talk. Okay, so Brett's been my main dude right since the beginning. And if Brett and I had access to our warm markets with everything we know now, I would be in a Lambo tomorrow. You have no idea. Because
Seriously.
my skills are sick,
They're
but
sick,
my
bro.
market is gone.
They're sick. It's
But how did you get your skills? By going through your market. And that's the thing that people can't accept. You know, they're so afraid to look stupid at first that they'll never actually get the skills to close business. But you need to literally sacrifice your self-image for a year and a half, 2 years, run into a wall many, many times, just to have skills remotely close to being competitive in the industry. Then you can start becoming good. Then you can start thinking of becoming exceptional. But you first have to commit to looking like an absolute fool for a year and a half.
I believe that.
Can people do that? No, because you'll face more rejection in a year of network marketing than you probably have your whole life. And that is a lot.
Yeah. I don't even talk to
It's a
girls. So it's the most rejection I've ever faced in my life. It honestly is. And like, you know, I'm loving the relationships that I'm getting to build from network marketing. That's probably the biggest thing. You know, people miss out on this great opportunity, and it's not even just promotions or changing people's lives or anything like that. It's just every confrontation you have, every meeting you have, you know, it's just something you can gain from people. I love learning from people. You know, if I didn't do network marketing or promotions or have, you know, my advertising mindset or anything like that, you and I never would have talked, you know, right? And so, you know, I'm glad I met you. again.
Yeah.
You know, and that we actually get to have these discussions, and that I actually get to take nuggets from you. You know, I don't have as much to offer to you, but you know, you get to.
Not true.
Oh.
No. I'll tell you why. I don't have to be all like weird and like about it. No, I'll tell you the truth.
Go ahead, be weird.
I see these things as strategic. I build a relationship based on potential. Okay, so if I think that you have a tremendous amount of upside, then I'm playing a long-term game. Don't think I'm just being altruistic. Don't think I'm being selfless. This is selfish. I'm building a relationship with people that I think have high potential because I want successful people to owe me one.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
That's sick. I like that.
So it's not selfless.
Yeah.
I just see a lot of potential in you, so I want to have a relationship with you. And even if you think that you don't have a lot to offer now, if I call it correctly, let's just say there's 100 of you, and out of those 100, I'm right about 2 of them. Sick. Then I have 2 multimillionaires that owe me one.
That's true.
I win.
That's true.
Right. So I just repeat it. I bet on people, and I just build a relationship, and then I think I only need a couple of it to work out. And also, this one's really big. It's good to have a relationship with people that are very competitive, and the reason why is way back in time, prehistoric times, it used to be enough that if you were just the strongest, you could be the top of the dominance hierarchy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, but it's not just about brute force anymore.
Nope.
There's another game going on. There's another intellectual game. There's association game going on, and I found this so funny from Jordan Peterson. He said that 2 people 75% as strong as the strongest person can beat the strongest person. Okay, so because that's 150% of his strength. So being the strongest doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to stay at the top. And sometimes the consequence of 1 and 2 fighting cripples the winner so much that he's actually more vulnerable, and then number 3 can take his spot.
Wow.
So it's just not sustainable long term. You'll never win by being the most powerful, okay, physically. But if you build intricate connections with the top 20 so that nobody ever undercuts you because they're all on your team, then you'll stay at the top.
Networking.
That's networking in the most psychologically insane form.
That's sick.
Okay, look for people with high potential that are in that top 20, you know, in that top 20%, get super well connected, and then you're not vulnerable.
No, that's true.
Because all the people capable of knocking you down are on your team.
That's sick. I like that.
Right.
I like that.
So anyways, that's literally my demonic, play when I network.
It's not bad at all.
Right. Well, I think it's smart.
It's genius. It's genius. Everyone uses each other. We're on life. I have a girlfriend because she makes me happy. I'm here right now because I can learn stuff. People have animals because they bring them comfort. Everyone uses everyone, and you use people in a smart way. Because it's not even really using them. It's just taking from them what you can, right?
I think it's mutual, else they wouldn't be here. You know? And also, I'm very upfront about it.
People like it.
Yeah, as long as it's not, hey, I'm just being a nice guy. No, bro, I had something in it for me, something in it for you.
Never BS.
Hopefully there's enough in it for both of us to continue doing it. And that's kind of the way I approach it. And on a much larger scale, if you can apply that to clientele, to recruits, you never lose. Because you just need to convince them, yes, there's something in it for you. If I recruit somebody, yes, I want to make money off you. Yes.
Yeah.
But hopefully there's enough in it for you that you don't care anymore. Like for example, you go to the store, you buy a shirt. Yes, it's going to cost you $40. It was never a question about whether or not there's something in it for them. Is the shirt worth $40 to you? If it is, then you don't care about paying for it anymore, okay? So yes, I'm going to make money off of somebody in my downline. Is there enough in it for them to do it? I'm getting call on time right now. Got to wrap it up. Okay. So let's just say you have somebody starting up in network marketing, okay? They're 3-4 months in. What advice do you have for them? Try to do it in 30 seconds.
Like, what do you mean by advice for them? Just motivate them, or to...
Advice for not getting discouraged.
Honestly, you see, I guess in a nutshell, it's my meetings. I find meetings are essential. More meetings equals more momentum, more meetings equals more money, right? It's simple. It's the 4 M's, right? And so I have a mindset meeting every Wednesday with my team. And then I have a trading meeting for what I promote, right? On Tuesdays, and then a leadership meeting on Sundays, right? So it's all mindset. When I have someone join my team, I tell them, if your mindset's got to be right. Even before I recruit them, I tell you, if your mindset's not right, I don't want you on my team.
Right.
I want someone that can better me and that I can better them. It's the same thing that you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was good. I think we should wrap it up there.
Okay.
I think it's been great. Appreciate it, Terrell. All right, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.